Hey, Spring Arbor MBA600 students. Hope your day is going well. I'm sending this out. Today is the Friday, Black Friday after Thanksgiving. So I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. We're at the end of Module 3, and I'm a few days behind on communicating with you about what things are due and when they're due and that sort of thing. And I'm also a little behind on reading some papers that you've sent to me in Blackboard. But I'll catch those up and get some feedback to you. What is due right now, right around the corner, are items from Module 3. So let's talk about that for a moment. Module 3 has a checkpoint. That's a time when we meet or communicate by email, etc. For those of you who have already submitted and had your IRB approved, we really don't need to meet unless you want to. You can always send me an email as well. But if you don't have your IRB approved, we need to either meet by Zoom or exchange some emails over the next week or so I can find out how you're doing and where you're at. So send me an email, let me know what you're up to, or send me an email, let me know you want to meet by Zoom. And if we do meet by Zoom, let's plan on a 30-minute meeting. I'm good meeting with you guys by Zoom. I think it provides a little more interaction, but email is fine as well. The other thing that's due is Module 3 is the week 4 project work. Basically, you're going to be submitting your IRB application. The IRB application includes the check sheet, the final edits that maybe you've been going through. Again, you're going to take from chapters 1, 2, and 3 that you've been working on. You're just going to cut and paste a lot of that into your IRB application. Your informed consent should be in your IRB application. The instrumentation or the survey that you're going to use during your research should be in there. And all that needs to be put together into a single file and submitted up to Blackboard. If you want to know the details of that, look on page 11 in the syllabus for the class. The due date for Module 3, the week 4 project work that we're talking about, the IRB application, is Sunday, December the 5th. So it's a week from this coming Sunday. So in summary, you're going to be submitting your completed IRB application by Sunday, December the 5th. Don't miss that date. It's time to get your IRB application submitted. We need to review it and then get it up to ENA for approval. If you're one of those who already have your IRB approved, then just simply upload your application to Blackboard for the week 4 project work. Some of the things that have been preventing IRBs from getting approved. So I've been making a list over the last few weeks here as people have been struggling to get some of these approved. Grammar, make sure the grammar is correct. Spelling, don't let spelling errors work their way into your IRB application. Make sure that you're providing clear definition of the population that you are studying. Make sure you give clear definition of the sample size that you're trying to study or that you want to go get. State your research as a question. So don't just make it a statement. Make sure you list out or identify the question and any hypothesis if you're doing a quantitative study. List out the hypothesis as well. For example, hypothesis 1 is this, hypothesis 2 is this. The application itself has a number of elements that have to be included in the one file that needs to be submitted. Make sure the checklist is on top. It should come first at the top of the file. Then the IRB application. The certificate from the online training about the human subjects review needs to be next. Then the host organization form. And then finally at the bottom, the survey instruments. You know, if you're doing a qualitative study, that would be the interview protocol. And if you're doing a quantitative study, you want to list out your survey questions. Remember to write clearly and with relevant detail. Remember, the IRB committee does not know your research like you do. So write to a reader as if they have no idea about what your topic is or what your research is about. And if you're in doubt, put more detail in, okay? Remember, you cannot begin data collection until you have your IRB approved by the IRB committee at Spring Arbor University. Any data collection you do before that time period is not allowed into your study. And remember, approval could take 3 or 4 weeks. That's why we have to get this in and submit it by next Sunday. Let's see, if you have an approved IRB application already, and some of you do, you should already be collecting data, doing your interviews and your surveys or getting ready to do that. Someone who is in that position has asked me recently to provide a writing template for Chapter 4. Chapter 4 is the data analysis chapter. So that's attached in this announcement that's going out to all of you as well. And I'll detail and update the writing template with Chapter 5 sometime later. Okay, I think that's it for now. Again, for those of you who do not have your IRB approved, please send me an email with your status, or preferably let's meet by Zoom. Send me an email with some times available that you can meet over the next week or so. All right, if you feel like you're behind, it's okay. Take a big deep breath and keep pushing forward. Don't give up, okay? Remember, God is on his throne. He's always been there. He's always going to be there, and he's going to provide for you. All right, have a great weekend and have a nice, balanced your Thanksgiving week.